Good morning, everybody. I'm out here on the Powder Face Trail once again, going to hike Cox Hill via the Jumpingpound Ridge. It's a chilly morning, minus 19 outside, so I'm all bundled up. Got my long johns and snow pants and gloves and toques and all kinds of good stuff to keep me warm. It shouldn't be too bad. As long as the wind stays away, it'll be definitely fine. The sun's shining. Probably won't see it for a while, but it's up there. Just sitting in my car, getting ready before I get out into the cold. I'm at the trailhead for Boundary Peak, which I did earlier this summer. Trailhead's just down there across the road. A couple cars here. Not sure if they went this way or up Boundary Peak. It'd be nice if someone broke trail for me the whole way. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's definitely a little chilly. I'm dressed for it. Yeah, Boundary Peak. I was looking on all trails last night and it looks like it's becoming more and more popular. A lot of people complimenting the trail work done by Dave's blog. He did a lot of work up there this summer and people are noticing it. Again, thank you, Dave. Yeah, so Cox Hill. Been up here before, but I went up a different way. Back in 2018. This bridge. Over the frozen creek, I assume. Yeah. Let it run. Not sure how much filming I'll be doing today with the cold weather. Try to keep the phone as warm as I can. Yeah, I was up here back in 2018, quite a while ago. Went up the main trail. So I figured I'd come out here. It's the last day, November 30th, I guess, or 31st. And road closes tomorrow, or tonight at midnight, I guess. So take advantage of the last day out on the Powder Face Trail. Yeah, somebody's gone up through here. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep trucking on here and try to keep the fingertips warm and all that. See how it goes. Well, it didn't take long to lose that trail. They turned around. So I'm breaking trail the whole way pretty much. That's not bad. 3, maybe 8 inches at the deepest. And they're just coming up over my boot. But my snow pants are tied over my boots. And no snow can get in. Stay dry. That's the main thing. Some deer tracks. Yeah. My gear's starting to frost up. Turn the camera around. Yeah. Gained a couple years just like that. I know it's going gray, but not that quick. Yeah, it might be all iced up by the top. Guess we can get into some sunshine. Yeah. Beautiful morning out in the woods. Loving it. It's cool, but the uphills keep me warm, but no sweating, so it's great. Yeah. It's like the Jumpingpound Mountains Summit Trail. Got a whole bunch of switchbacks here at first. Making it easier. Yeah, it's so peaceful out here. Quiet. I saw 3 cars on this road driving in. There's one opening up a gate to the Christmas tree cutting area, and the 2 that are parked by me. Super quiet. I don't know, sure doesn't feel like minus 19. Gotta slow it down a bit, starting to sweat. That's the one thing we don't want today. You're supposed to warm up, minus 6 or something. And then I'm a little concerned of the snow and the trees falling down and hitting me on the head. It's light fluffy snow, but just don't want to get wet. As long as the wind stays away, it'll be fine. And getting the odd view across the mountains. Yeah, I'll open up at the top, that's for sure. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and even though it's only averages 6 inches of snow, still makes it tougher. Pushing that snow, drag on your feet. Nice light powdery stuff though. Snowshoes are pretty well useless in this kind of stuff. Not a big fan of snowshoes. Not in this snow that we get here. It's too light and fluffy. So I try to stick to trails that are tracked out or minimal snow. During the winter, even though it's not quite winter yet. It's winter here in the Rockies. Had quite a pretty good snowstorm there Sunday night and Monday. A little more on Wednesday in Calgary. My new car is a tank. All-wheel drive, just pulls right through the snow. Steer the wheel, press the gas. The car does the rest. Really nice. The deer tracks. And that 1.6 kilometers. Looks like we got a nice view coming up. The mountains are full of sunshine across the way. And snow. I'm actually okay with not having any sunshine right now. Warm enough. Had my gloves off for the last half hour or so. No wind, it's really nice. Oh yeah. Very nice. Thanks for cutting all the trees down. Let's get a view. Beautiful. Wow. Nice. You know, these deer are breaking the track some of the way. Right on. Yeah, I'm 2.5 kilometers in. Done with the switchbacks. Basically on top of the ridge now. About 1.5 kilometers to my turn off to Cox Hill. Going pretty good. Can't complain, staying warm and dry. No winds. Like to get out of the trees before any wind comes so I don't get snow bombed. Still a lot of big piles of snow up there in them trees. This is the north end of Jumpingpound Ridge Trail. You take it all the way up to the summit if you like. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna start seeing some sunshine, I think. Right there. I got good traction. No ice, just snow so far. Awesome. And again, doesn't feel like minus 20. But sure, if I was just sitting around, it'd be cold. So yeah, continue up here for a while. White-winged crossbill. A little ways away, but nice. Pretty sounding. Now that I'm up on the ridge, it seems to have leveled out a little bit. It's a nice break. You know, there's still a fair amount of elevation to go. I gotta lose some to get down to the cold to Cox Hill, and then coming back, I gotta gain it back. So. I can see a deer was bedded down there overnight. Nice and warm, melted all the snow. Yeah, it's been a really nice ridge walk now. Mostly flat, a little up, a little down. Very nice. Harder to find your trail in the snow sometimes, but this one's pretty easy. Obviously, you're staying on top of the ridge for the most part. And there's a nice wide swath cut through for the trail. No real markings other than that. But yeah, once the snow covers the trails, makes them harder to find, that's for sure. But say, no issues here. Well, I'm at about 4¼ kilometers. And 430 meters elevation gain. The last 3/4 of a kilometer have been uphill. None of it's been really steep, it's all pretty mellow, but you forget how much harder it is pushing through this snow. Makes a big difference. Yeah, flatten out again here now. And the trail over to Cox Hill should be coming up pretty soon. On the left-hand side. Yeah, really nice. No winds. Stoked. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely taking the good out of me. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Cox Hill. I'm going to take a break up here in the sunshine. Have a little snack, get some energy going. See how I feel. Oh yeah, it's a lot more difficult, that's for sure, when there's snow. Definitely feeling it in the legs, using different muscles. But it's beautiful, so hard to complain. go. Signage. We're at the Rivet. Heading over to Cox Hill. A while back there, a couple weeks ago, I did Jumpingpound Summit. And then I went over to the East Ridge. Not bad. And we're on the Trans-Canada Trail. Jumpingpound Ridge, heading back where I came from. Ooh, that sun's bright. Continuation of Jumpingpound Ridge that way. I'll take you up to the summit where I saw the helicopter a couple weeks ago. In my Jumpingpound Summit and East Ridge video. It was kind of cool. And we're going to Cox Hill Ridge. And I'll go up here a little bit up this hill and find a spot for a break. Now, at least there's a good trail. I wasn't sure. I see a dash line on my map, but that's all I knew. Well, it seems like there's more snow over here. Not a whole lot more, but I guess there's not as many trees stopping it either, so definitely a little deeper. There we go. No sunshine yet. Oh, maybe down there. Nice. Very nice. Beautiful mountains covered in snow. Cox Hill's over that way. Wow. Gorgeous. Still lots of deer tracks. Definitely gotta lose some elevation. Beautiful. Getting some wind. I see someone up there. No, just a tree. Cool. Should have brought my snowboard. Nice. Well, wind's picking up a little bit. It's cold. Over at Moose Mountain. Fire lookout. And the East Ridge of Jumpingpound. Top 1 and top 2 of the 4. Ooh, that wind is bitter. But looks like I'm mostly in the trees, so I'm going to push on a little further. See how it goes. Look at that burr. Had a frozen cookie. That was good. Put my clothes back on. Oh yeah, I better get moving. Yeah, a lot of snow over here in the trees. That trail's well defined still, so not having any issues following it. Should be pretty much down to the low point and heading back up here pretty soon. A lot warmer as soon as I got out of that wind in the trees here. Should be alright, majority of it's in the trees. Woodpecker up there somewhere. I don't see him. Probably this little downy woodpecker or something. Still going down. But again, it's pretty gradual, so shouldn't be bad coming back up. Yeah, going back up now. Only got about 1.5 kilometers left. 200 meters elevation gain. So, just taking my time. Lots of little breaks. Don't want to start sweating. Probably going to be windy up on top of Cox Hills. Yep. Plugging away. Oh, making progress slowly. Less than 1 kilometer to go. Looks like it's going to start leveling out near the top too. Whew. It's a workout. Going through the snow uphill. Looks like it might open up again here. Oh, don't follow me, snow. Don't bump the tree. All right. Whew. That's our destination there. That's not too bad. I think we're gonna make it. Now one last push. And we're there. Nice. A little bit of wind, but it's not too bad. Alright. I'll see you up there. Oh, the snow's deep back there. At least 1 foot deep. Cox Hill Summit. Beautiful. Moose Mountain. Too bad at all. Oh, downtown Calgary, of course, through the trees. Alright, I'm gonna catch my breath and I'll be back. I just came through those beautiful snow-covered trees. And over to here, out of the wind. Someone was up here yesterday with snowshoes, come up the main route, and that's Cox Hill Northeast Summit. I won't be going over there today. Maybe another day I'll go up there. You can get up there when the road's closed, so I don't see anyone over there. And of course, downtown Calgary. Nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here in the sun and out of the wind and enjoy the wonderful views of Moose Mountain. Well, it's right nice here in the sun. I'm out of the wind. About to have a hot coffee. Oh, that's so good. Like I say, I don't know what the temperature is. I should check the weather. I got cell service now that I'm on top of the mountain. But, I mean, I'm sitting here and my hands aren't cold. The sun's helping, of course. And no wind. It's freaking perfect. So peaceful. Well, yeah, I came up here in 2018. It was April. Came up the road, was still closed, so I came up from the main trail. It was pretty snowy then. I was post holing up to my knees in spots. Glad I got it in before the road closed. Oh yeah, I was starting to wonder. Getting hard on the legs, pushing up through that snow. That last kilometer or so was pretty hard on me, but I just kept pushing and taking little breaks. Here now, pretty easy going getting back. There's that one little up. That's it. Awesome. Raven just flew over behind us there, behind the camera. One of the main things I find with winter hiking is making sure you're dressed properly, obviously, and stay dry. Your hands get wet, you're getting cold pretty quick, same as your feet. I'm wearing my same hiking boots I always wear. They're perfectly waterproof. I wear them year round, and as long as my feet are dry, they're warm. Some nice warm socks. Of course, I got a couple, 3 layers on. I got the snow pants and long johns. And I found these mitts not long ago. So glad I did. I used to have a pair. And I keep these little hot pads in there. Oh yeah. And they just stay in the top there, zip in. So I put them bad boys on. Your fingertip warm right back up. I had a set like these years ago and lost them on a trail. Look for them ever since. Every time I see gloves in the store, I go over looking for ones with the zipper pocket. It's been years, but I found a set again. I'm so happy. But yeah, stay dry is a big thing. You want to stay dry, you'll be warm. But yeah, not much for wildlife. There's a ton of deer tracks and elk tracks. Seen a couple of squirrels. Just the wind, I guess. Heard something. But yeah, I saw a couple squirrels, bunch of different birds. But very few squirrel tracks or rabbit tracks. No coyote tracks or wolf tracks. That's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my coffee and the rest of my cookie. Frozen cookie. I'll head back to the main summit there and look around before I go. 7.7 kilometers and I think 700 meters elevation gain. About 3.5 hours to get to the summit. So that's not too bad. Let's come over here for a second. We can see. Well, I was over there on that ridge 3 weeks ago, looking over this way. It's saying Cox Hill's over here. Not gonna go too far down there. But yeah, there's Jumpingpound Mountain Summit. And I went across the East Ridge, hill number 1, hill number 2, tiny little hill number 3, and hill number 4 is the one with the snow on it below the Rocky Mountain. And right there's the 5th col where that oil platform is, or natural gas platform, if you remember from my video. And Moose Mountain Fire lookout right above. That was a great hike too. They're all great. Yeah, beautiful looking back at the mountains. A little cloud coming, so gonna lose my sunshine. That's okay. Back to the summit. Beautiful mountains. What a view. Front ranges. Yes, I remember being up here in 2018 trying to get a picture of myself with my timer on this rock face. This apple needs a longer than 10-second timer. And here we are 8 years later and I still only get a 10-second timer. And over here you can see how I got up. Kind of came up over there to the top of the Green Ridge, up the Green Ridge, down around, up here, up here. Good. Very nice. Boundary Peak right there. Belmore Brown. Yeah, I did a lot on this hill this year. It was good to me. Yeah, with that sun going away and going down now, I'm going to start heading down and put my clothes back on. See you along the way. Yeah, back down in the trees, much warmer. Gloves back off. But yeah, even though the snow's harder going up, it's easier going down. You can kind of just step and slide a bit, step and slide. So it's nice, kind of like scree skiing. Should be a great hike down as long as there's not too much wind in that one spot. It opens up. And it looks like the clouds are going to pass again anyways. The sun will be back. Yeah, it's right nice down in here. Coats unzipped. Beautiful. Yeah, very nice trail, all fairly gradual. Lots of switchbacks and stuff to make it easier. Well maintained. Saw one tree down across somewhere along here coming up. Probably pretty recent. I snapped the branches off it to make it easier to get across. And someone will cut it out next year, I guess. And there's Jumpingpound Ridge, just gotta get back up there. That's not bad. Snow's deep out here where there's no trees. 10 inches. Well, that was no fun. It never is near the end of the day, right? But I made it up to most of it. Tiny little bit to go. Over to the ridge and back down, and then I dropped down somewhere around there. Whew. Very nice. Not even a breeze to cool me off. Yeah. Just a tiny bit more up. Back at the junction. Yeah. That was all right. Except for that last hill. But I knew it was coming. Definitely worked up a bit of a sweat though. That's okay, it's warmed up quite a bit since this morning. My beard's unthawed completely. And yeah, it's mostly downhill. I think there's a tiniest little uphill on this ridge, but more flat than anything. Nice. Awesome day. Very glad I came out and did it. And went all the way. That's awesome. It shouldn't take me long to get down now, probably about an hour. I know I've already said it, but the snow makes quite the difference. This here, 13, 14 kilometer hike's gonna feel like 20 plus by the time I'm done. And I mean, a fair bit of elevation too for this time of year. Really good day that way. Anyway, I'm just gonna cruise along the ridge here. Yeah, just sitting here on a tree, top of the ridge, having another coffee. Why not enjoy it a bit, right? It's still good and hot too. After probably 7 hours, 7, 8 hours since I put it in there, so pretty good. But yeah, you can see my beard thawed out, still a little gray, but not as gray as it was. Last look at Cox Hill, the ridge we took along. I see footprints. I don't think they're mine. I wonder if someone came up just to here and turned around, because I don't remember walking down there. Let's see. Yeah, let's see, there's more than one set here now, yeah. Someone came up to that point and turned around. Yeah. I should have went just a little further to get great views to the west at that cut block, but well, it's kind of neat knowing I'll be the last one on this trail for the year. I doubt anyone will be back until the road opens in May. Kind of neat. Alright. Not too long, I'll be dropping off the ridge back down to the car. Back in this cut block. No deers. Beautiful views though. Sun's not far from setting. Well, behind the mountains anyway. Oh yeah, looking at these tracks, looks like one person and their dog came up through and back down. Definitely taking longer than I thought it was going to. I knew the snow would slow me down, but yeah, made for a big day. Yeah, the road runs right down along there. See a bit of it right there, so Not too far to go. Back this way into the trees and then zigzag down through the trees to the road. About a half kilometer to go. Doing okay. Oh yeah, that was a big day. This is why I tend to pick smaller hikes this time of year. The snow makes a big difference. But I made it. Happy. It stays warm and dry. My boots are pretty much still bone dry on the outside. Toasty warm on the inside. So these are great for me. That's all I use. Switch back. So probably cut right back down there to the next one, but I try not to. I know people don't like it. It can be hard on the trails. But with the snow on them and stuff, I don't think it's gonna hurt them. Everything's frozen. But yeah, like for instance, I could hike down there and back or just drop down here, which is pretty easy. A little steeper, but nothing to it. And slide. Whee! Yeah, it's a pretty popular mountain bike trail, so they love the switchbacks, I'm sure, going up. And so did I this morning going up. Awesome. Couple more to go. The last two are pretty short too. Back to the bridge. Yay. Which means I'm just about back to the car. Jumpingpound Creek. Whew. I'm tired. That was a big day, like I say, with that snow. And my all trail is saying about 14 3/4 kilometers, 830 meters elevation, thereabouts. See what it says when I get back to cell service. Post it up here. My car's still there, yeah. Last one out. It warmed up quite a bit. It's -2 according to my car, and it was -19 when I left, so that's really good. I didn't think it warmed up that much, but it was great coming back down out of there. It wasn't too cold at all. Driving the Powder Face Trail. Gravel road. Usually rough, but the snow smoothed it out. And lots of twists and turns and cliffs. And definitely want to pay attention to what you're doing and not be videotaping as you're driving, that's for sure. I would never do something like that. Yeah, it's a pretty drive, especially going the other way. You can see the